Hey, Isaac. Hey, Cody. Always a pleasure to see you both. I think I started learning from you years before we actually met face to face. Like the brand new guides you put out are all absolutely fantastic. But for everyone who hasn't read those or know who are you both and what do you do in the craft beverage industry?
For sure. Hi, Andrew. Thanks for having us.
Greetings.
Hey, hello.
My name is Isaac.
Hi, I'm Cody.
We are co-founders of CODO Design. So we are a 12 and a half angsty preteen. We're a 12-year-old food and beverage branding firm based in Indianapolis, Indiana. We work fairly exclusively with food and beverage, but we do loads and loads and loads of work with craft beer. So work with breweries and planning predominantly from 2010 to 17, from 17 to current day, a lot of rebranding work. And then 1920s when we started seeing the Beyond Beer work kick off. So that's kind of what we're here to talk about, or what we will be talking about here in a few weeks on the 18th, I think it is. We have a talk. It was originally called 3 Strategies for Extending Your Brewery's Brand Beyond Beer. We quickly discovered after framing out the talk that it should be 4. So it's 4 strategies for extending your brewery's brand beyond beer.
Strategy, I appreciate it.
That much more value from your friends at Craft CBP. And this is essentially a talk about brand architecture. When we started fielding these inquiries and doing these projects back in like 2019, we quickly found that the framing of brand architecture, as we've, like, if you guys out there Google brand architecture, you're going to find, it's like you're a branded house or a house of brands. That's easy. And that doesn't actually help you figure out how to position, name, brand, and launch an extension that could potentially dilute your parent brand, that could hurt your parent positioning, that could cannibalize sales. There's a lot of nuance between house of brands and branded house. And so we internally created kind of a decision tree, I guess, helping to help our clients step through this process. And we've been working on that, formalizing it. And this talk came at a really fun time because it forced us to kind of stop working on the book and actually make this a thing that we share it with people and get it into a much more lean form. So yeah, we've got a good talk planned here in a couple of weeks.
And for the books and content you put out, how much time and dedication do you have to give yourselves to actually sit down and get all that, on paper?
Traditionally a year. This book is the worst experience of our professional lives because we don't own the content. It's been true. As much for me.
It's not the case.
We don't own this content. We've had to learn it. So it's actually a research process. We're doing this real field work, and then we're trying to put that into a way that, like all of the books and stuff that we put out, that you guys out there can just take and apply to yourself. So this has been very challenging. I think all in, we've been on it for 18 months, off or on for a while, and we're kind of maybe getting there a little bit.
It's like, you guys will see the talk and tell us if it makes any sense at all. But yeah, it takes a pretty big chunk of time. It seems like every couple of years we have to start one of these.
Yeah.
Are you starting them based on pain points you're seeing in the industry?
Precisely.
Yeah.
The first 2 were, so there was the Craft Beer Branding Guide, which
capped off 2010 to 17.
A lot of work with startup craft breweries kind of informed what we wrote there and kind of the examples that we gave there. Then Craft Beer Rebranded. We wrote after fielding a bunch of kind of higher scale rebrand work. And then now we're seeing everyone say, well, what if we had a cocktail? What if we had a seltzer? What if we had coffee? And it's like, well, we need to do that in a way that makes sense. So what if we could give people a tool that would help them make those decisions a little bit more informed with some of this brand architecture theory that already exists? And so, yes, it is very much the result of what we're seeing both in our work and just kind of in the market in general.
Yeah.
I know I'm excited for the 4 strategies for extending your brewery's brand beyond beer. But if we had to look in the crystal ball and you were looking at that next book you were going to write, what do you think that topic matter will be?
I actually have it. I'm not going to share it because I don't want it to. I don't want to get pegged to an idea, but I do have it. It's going to be, without saying what it is specifically, it's going to be about extremely niche verticals within the industry and how you can attack that, whether as a major brewery launching extension or as a startup brand. I think we're going to get very granular with that. And that will be in 2035 when that book comes out.
Well, yeah, we'll all be hovering around in pods.
I cannot wait. Well, everybody stay tuned. And their talk is on actually Tuesday, October 19th at 11:10 a.m. They're kicking off today. It's going to be a ton of great information there. So we'll see you then, the Craft Beer Professionals Virtual Conference. Bye, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thanks, Andrew.